Hey guys, just want to let you guys know before we actually get started that the music you'll be hearing is from the Project 863 Season 1 soundtrack. It's a unfiction show done by Matthias, who does a bunch of other things, who did stuff with High Five Studios and Team Edge and a bunch of other stuff. Written by Michael Badal for the series. It's done beautifully. And when the season wrapped, they released it for royalty-free music so you can use it in all of your projects. I have a link down below for the Project 863 channel. Again, if you want to check out the show, it's really good. And there will be an iTunes link in the description if you want to download it and use it for your own projects. Okay, let's get into the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dragon's Trove. My name is Swift Darkwing, and I'll be your host for today.
Because it's actually not evening for once.
Evening for once. Behind the camera, we have our usual cameraman and fellow dweller of the Trove, the Crocodile King.
What's up, everybody? Crocodile King here. Welcome back.
As usual, I'll have his links in the description below if you're into stuff that Rooster Teeth does, like Ruby and Death Battle. He does a bunch of reactions on his channel, so if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and check him out. Again, the link's in the description.
Thank you very much.
Right, so it's been a while, guys.
It really has.
We have something new for you. So this is the Darksaber, purchased from Pat Gibbons of Argo Sabers, who I purchased my original lightsaber from. We'll be getting a quick overview of the actual handle, the way it is. It's not 100% screen accurate, but what replica isn't. And going through it, it's got the standard guard. Yes, this is loose, but that's the way I got it. That's the way Pat had his. I'm going to be fixing that later on, so if you hear any jingling during the video, just ignore that. Standard stuff, standard emitter. We have a blade plug in it currently. And this saber actually has a few different functions. We're gonna boot her up for you right here. Power on, so the saber itself is on currently, and while it's off, there's a few things we can do with it. So with one flash of the button,
no sound.
We have the volume.
Loud sound.
So we have loud sound, we had no sound,
Softer sound.
and we had softer sound, so we're going to be going with softer sound for the purpose of this video. By doing 2 pulses,
Unstable.
we have the blade styles, so unstable,
Stable.
stable,
Pulse.
and pulse. And for the Darksaber, because the blade does look very pulse-esque, we are going to keep it on pulse. The 3 flashes on it are a music function. However, due to YouTube and copyrights and whatnot, we are not actually going to show any of that. Just know that that is currently on the board. However, Pat will be removing that function from the board, so we don't have to worry about that for the future. And 4 flashes of the button while it's off allows us to change the sound fonts. This has 9 sound fonts on it. We are going to go through all of those for you here today. So we have the Emperor. Four pulses to turn it off afterwards. We're gonna jump to the next one.
Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker. And this is her lightsaber at the end of Rise of Skywalker. The saber does have smooth swing, which is wonderful. So you don't hear me do the blade, the clashing. It's because the clash receiver for the board has been turned down for the smooth swing. Princess Leia's saber from the Rise of Skywalker.
So I just had to turn the camera up there just to get the light out of the camera.
Yep.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Kylo Ren from the sequel movies.
General Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi from the prequel movies. Next who do we have next?
Count Dooku.
Count Dooku. And I don't know if you can properly hear it, but as I'm moving the saber, it is moving with the saber, which is lovely. Go with the next one.
I'm Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis from the Jedi Fallen Order video game.
My personal favorite sound font.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. You're not a Jedi yet.
The sound used for Darth Vader, but this is actually a different sound for Darth Vader because his lightsaber actually sounds different in between the original trilogy movies. This is the version of his sound from Empire Strikes Back. And
You have something I want.
and the sound font that we are going to leave the saber on for the rest of the video. Pre-Vizsla. The only sound font that makes sense for this saber is the Darksaber itself. Okay, so I'll be right back. We're gonna put a blade in it and we're gonna show you what else this thing can do. Alright, so we have our blade in. We have a 32-inch blade in this right now, instead of the standard 36-inch, because the way it looks in the Mandalorian, it looks like a standard lightsaber, lengthwise. However, in the Clone Wars and Rebels, it actually looks like a shorter blade. So I wanted to stay true to that, and when I bought this, I got a shorter blade for that particular purpose. Alright, so going through, we're gonna boot her up. And we got the flickering effect, and while it's on, there's again a few things we can do with it. So one pulse, let go, force lightning or blade lockup. Two pulses puts us into the color wheel. We no longer have to hold down on the button. We just kind of wait until it gets us to the color that we want. We're gonna cycle through and go back to white because again, Darksaber. Here's my standard saber color, green. And we're gonna select the white. 3 pulses of the button is force actions and quotes from the characters. And again, due to copyright, we're not actually gonna show this particular function. Again, showing that the smooth swing is there.
And what happens if you just press the button and not wait for the pulses?
So if you just press for the button and not wait for the pulses, is blast bolt deflection. If we quickly turn the handle, is basically another quick clashing sound, which is actually kind of neat. And then the 4 turns it off. Again, it's a absolutely beautiful piece. Thank you, Pat, again. I will have a link to the Argo Sabers website also in the description. And I really think that's all there is to say about it. It's a beautiful piece. It sounds wonderful. It works well. I just have to fix this problem, and I will be doing that relatively soon-ish. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have been, and still am, Swift Darkwing, and we have behind the camera, again, and still,
Crocodile King, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. And usually with something like this, we would say, may the force be with you, but I don't think that's the right line for this. I believe the correct line for this is the way.